This episode of Dakota Destinations is presented by Schooneman Equipment Company.
Good fish. That's what we're looking for. Welcome to Dakota Destinations. I'm your host, Dan Hammer. We're on the waters of Big Stone Lake today on the Minnesota-South Dakota border. But in this boat, you won't find crawlers. You won't find any leeches. We'll tell you the unique story of two walleye tournament fishermen who are stepping outside of the box. And later in the show, we'll introduce you to a Grand Forks man who drew a special non-resident license in Montana and bagged a record bighorn sheep.
Nice. We'll be fishing and Tory will say, hey, we should try
A day
this.
on the water with professional fishermen Tory Heiser and Troy Morris.
But I just love catching fish. I don't care where they're at.
Like Big Stone Lake, a body of water that stretches 26 miles in length and covers more than 12,000 acres. The Minnesota DNR and South Dakota Game and Fish tag team to manage the fishery.
I came to Big Stone, I was ready to start casting the shorelines and really look at that stuff, and it's changed. This is an open water all of a sudden with this crystal clear water, but boy, the fish are big and healthy. I mean,
We meet them
like
a
I said,
day
that
after
one
they
year-
have fished in the Cabela's NWC tournament.
So what are we fishing? Like 6 or 7 tournaments together this year, which is more than either one of us have fished for a while.
Don't have quite as many boats out here, so it's kind of nice.
All that bait's kind of gone though.
There are 30 species of fish in Big Stone Lake.
Oh, nice
Most
fish.
anglers
Yeah.
target
Know that other
walleyes
board in,
and
Troy?
perch.
Besides the Great Lakes, I've never been to a body of water that there's more planer boards used in my life.
It's crazy, and everyone's pulling 4 of them.
Yeah, like
Armed with Berkeley No. 5 flicker shads pulled behind planer boards, we troll the far south end of the lake, just outside of Ortonville, Minnesota.
There's one. There's one.
Look at that.
That did not take long, Tory.
No.
Well, you know, we've been fortunate. We've been here for a week, so you hope you get something figured out. It's kind of the goal of being a tournament angler is trying to get it figured out and not getting your butt handed to you every day. So, no, we've been here for a week, and I can't believe it. I mean, this is another dandy fish. This is that purple flicker shad.
How can you not get excited about this?
Yeah.
Straight down, it's a big one. Okay, straight up lift.
Yeah! Woo! Woo! Good one, over 20. Look at that.
How about that? He's off in the net.
Yep. Look at that. Look at how
Corey
fat
and
these fish
Troy
are here.
go back
Yeah,
a
look at the
ways. They've known each other for 15 years, but this is the first year as tournament partners in the same boat.
water. Yeah, isn't that funny? We just got out here, got the line set, and it wasn't 5 minutes we had that big fish on already. So.
Troy is a veteran on the tournament circuit, but this is his first time
And,
at Big Stone Lake.
Yes.
For Corey, the just completed tournament served as a homecoming of sorts.
Well, I fished my first tournament in 1999. In fact, it was at Big Stone. So it's kind of funny on stage this week. I told the people that were at the crowd that this is where I started my fishing tournaments, and that was in 1999. So 15 years later, I'm still plugging away, trying to catch a walleye.
And what brought these two together to become tournament partners?
And we were having a conversation about the state of walleye tournaments and tournament fishing in general.
There's other ways to catch fish.
An idea was born.
As Troy will tell you, my brain never shuts off. So I called Troy immediately and I said, we've talked about fishing together for a long time. I said, I want to ask you if you'd be interested in something. I don't know how we can do it, but I need your help on something.
Corey and Troy were about to step out of the comfort zone. and go somewhere where no other walleye tournament fishermen had gone.
I said, what if we fish together and we never use live bait?
Bass fishermen, of course. But walleye tournament fishermen on the circuit without live bait?
Absolutely.
Right off the bat?
Absolutely. I've been about 80% live bait free for many years. And I've got a lot of confidence, especially coming from the Missouri River. I don't ever use live bait out there, ever, ever, ever. I mean, you can catch them on artificial plastics and gulp, and I was 100% in and thought it was the greatest idea ever to lead this walleye industry into the new era.
Yeah, I can see him. Good one. Not a giant, but he's a good one. Dan wants one to eat. This is the one. Lift.
Coming up.
Lift.
Oh, nice fish.
Yeah. Reel that other board in, Troy.
And so, Artifishalleyes was spawned. Tory and Troy made a commitment, backed their word on a signed contract to become the first walleye tournament fishermen to use artificial baits only.
Are you guys really going to do this? Well, we had it notarized. You know, we sat in front of somebody and...
It's our marriage certificate to artificial only. It's not so much just watch us, it's let us help you figure out how to catch them. So, you know, that's why we're doing all the videos, that's why we're trying to explain on how to catch them, so that people have the confidence to go buy a Berkeley Ficker Shad and Berkeley Gulp and go catch fish.
As Dakota Destinations continues, Tory and Troy tell us about the educational piece of stepping outside of the box in walleye fishing.
Dakota Destinations, presented by Schuneman Equipment Company.
We just like to catch big enough fish where it sinks the board. We don't worry about the flag.
Yeah, I like that thought.
There are plenty of laughs exchanged in the boat this day with Troy Morris and Corey Heiser, two professional walleye fishermen who are carving out a new trail, becoming the first walleye tournament fishermen to go artificial baits only.
There's so many more things you can do with artificial plastic baits.
You know, we've invested in a lot of different tackle that most walleye guys probably don't have. You know, we got boxes of spoons now and jig and wraps, which really came on the scene. We've talked about going to all kinds of different bodies of water, trying to catch them with jig and wraps.
Naturals. You can go with the longer 3-inch stuff.
And who doesn't like chunky cheese? You gotta have chunky cheese.
Corey and Troy's commitment to artificial baits is not only forging a new trail on the tournament circuit, but also information for the average angler like you and me. In their boat, you won't find any live bait. You'll find jig and wraps, you'll find spoons, you'll find crankbaits, you'll find plastics, a wide array of plastics that probably most of you have never seen before. And here, as we see, Corey has just stuck his second fish. Now, didn't I tell you like 3 minutes ago that I felt one coming?
Yeah.
Huh?
This one's way too big too.
You know what? There's nothing way too big for TV.
Sun came back out, and look at that, we get a fish right away.
How about that?
But I'll guarantee you that we're going to catch them some other way without a crawler. It can be done.
Planer boards are really a key thing here. We've been pulling offshore boards all week.
You're learning yourself. I mean, you're researching. This is an ongoing thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And you know, every day is, for fishing, period, it's a learning experience.
Of course it is.
Especially for us, we don't have that option to just put a jig and a minnow down. So we've got to figure out a way to catch them. As tournament anglers, that's the thing. We're staking our reputation on good finishes. We can't come in with zeros and have this artificial only concept being a big deal if we zero. So we've got to figure out how to do it.
How's this fish feeling, Corey?
This is a really big fish.
Oh my Lord. Oh my God, it's a 30-incher.
Troy likes to get excited.
I like catching fish.
This is a nice fish.
3, 2, 1,
Here we
lift,
come.
lift.
Out of that clear water. Oh, is that a beaut? Crankbait off. How about that?
Look at that fish.
The crank.
Wow, good net job. Yes.
Look at
Boy,
that.
that is a dandy. Boy, that's a big fish. Right on a Berkeley flicker shad, number 5 fire tiger. Boy, these flicker shads are awesome. Look at that
Look at
fish. Wow,
That
look
is
at that toad.
Honey.
Look at that one.
A tournament fish right there.
That is a big one. That's a 5-pound fish at least. That is it. Look at the shoulders. Wow, that's a gorgeous fish. That is a gorgeous one. Big stone gold there.
How about that?
Oh, fantastic.
What did we get that on?
Figured out why we caught all the fish we did then, because the water was so churned up in chocolate milk. We just caught them everywhere we went. We caught probably 100 walleyes that first tournament I ever fished.
This 3-inch fry is one of my most favorites because when it's rigged onto a slow death, and a slow depth is, see that, versus a short little pinched crawler.
Yep.
When you rig that onto a slow depth hook, you can actually get that tail so it's bent like this. Slow depth, this thing has to spiral through the water. But when this thing's rigged onto a slow depth, it spirals like this. Where these, these are gonna be the more subtle, they're gonna spiral.
Yeah.
So you can get these to spiral a lot more.
Well, with the commitment without live bait, there's going to be a time that we're going to come up with something that's different than what anyone's tried.
Yeah.
And that's where the real education is going to come into. You own this product, but you haven't used it in this method or in this form.
Right.
So, and that's a big deal, is to get these products and to get people to understand exactly how to use them. And at the end of the day, you're trying to educate people and let them know that they don't have to spend a lot of money in live bait, and they can catch them without it.
All right, boys. You got a double brew in here.
Yeah, this is exciting news.
That worked right now.
It's real critical taking these boards off with some tension on the line. You don't want to let any tension in that line, so the guy just keeps reeling right up to the tip there.
Yeah.
Look at this. Their initial reaction, when they hear that we have no live bait, well, you're not going to rig a Berkeley minnow. They say, well, you can't beat a real minnow with a Berkeley minnow. Yeah. And our initial reaction is we're not trying to Lindy rig with a fake minnow. We're gonna get something else different. Yeah, this is a real double. Boy, they must be schooled up where them boards went through. Because people are just been engraved for so long that it's vertically jigging with a minnow, or it's a slip bobber with a leech, or it's a crawler harness, and while those tactics work great, there's other ways to catch it.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that. 2 different colors, 2 different baits. Perfect.
How about that? An almost twin fish.
Who needs live bait?
What's that?
Who needs live bait?